You wake up, you scroll, you do nothing. Again. You tell yourself the same thing you always do. I'm just lazy. But what if that's not true? What if lazy isn't the problem? What if lazy is just easier? Because if you are lazy, that's on you, right? Your fault. You just need to try harder, drink more coffee, make a to do list. But if you're scared, that's different. Fear isn't something you can push through with a motivational quote. Fear isn't a discipline problem. Fear is heavy. Fear is smart. Fear knows exactly how to keep you exactly where you are. You start things, you get excited, you feel alive for a second. You tell people about it, maybe a friend, maybe the internet, and for a moment, it feels like it's really happening. And then, right before it gets real, right before it actually matters, you stop. You tell yourself you lost interest, that it wasn't the right time, that you will come back to it when you are ready. But you won't. Because it's not about motivation. Motivation is a spark, it's designed to fade. What you are really afraid of is what happens if you give it everything you have and still doesn't work. What if you're not as talented as you thought? What if people judge you? What if you succeeded and now everyone expects something from you? So you sabotage yourself before the world gets a chance to. You quit first. That way you can always say, I could have, but I chose not to. Think about it. What's one thing you have been putting off? Not because you don't have time. You had time. You had years. But because starting it means you might mess it up. It means you might look foolish. It means you might finally find out whether you are really capable or whether you have been telling yourself a story. You rather live with the fantasy of what you could do than face the reality of what actually happens when you try. So you keep the dream in your head, where it's safe, where it's perfect, where no one can criticize it. But a dream that never leaves your head isn't a dream, it's a ghost. And I get it, I really do. Safe feels good, safe feels comfortable. Safe means no one can hurt you, no one can laugh at you, no one can tell you are not good enough. But here's what no one tells you about safe. Safe doesn't change anything. Safe doesn't build anything. Safe doesn't grow. Safe keeps you exactly where you are until one day you look up and realize years have passed. The people who took risks are somewhere else now. They failed, sure, but they also figured things out. They learned, they built something. And you're still standing in the same spot. Just older, just more comfortable, just emptier. You tell yourself you will start tomorrow, Monday, next month, after the holidays, when you have more time, when you feel more confident. But tomorrow never comes. Because tomorrow is just today with a different name. You tell yourself you are being realistic, that you are just waiting for the right moment, that you are protecting yourself. But be honest, are you waiting? Are you hiding? Because waiting implies you are ready to move as soon as the conditions are right. Hiding means you're looking for an excuse to stay where you are. And you have gotten really good at finding excuses. Fear doesn't just stop you from succeeding. Fear stops you from living. It stops you from making memories, from finding out who you really are, from meeting people who could change your life, from becoming the version of yourself that you secretly know exists but are too afraid to let out. You are not just avoiding failure, you are avoiding the possibility of anything real. And the worst part, you can feel it every day, the quiet voice in the back of your head that says, you could be doing more, you could be more. And you silence it with a video, a game, a snack, a scroll, but it always comes back. Because that voice isn't your enemy, that voice is the part of you that still believes you have something to offer. Here's what nobody tells you. You don't wait until you are not scared anymore. That day never comes. The fear doesn't disappear, it just changes shape. You do it scared. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is fear standing next to you, shaking, sweating, telling you to turn around and you taking one step anyway. Everyone you look up to, everyone who has what you want, they are terrified too. The artist who finally showed their work, terrified. The person who started the business, terrified. The person who asked for help, who made the video, who sent the text, who went to the event alone, terrified indeed. They just didn't let it stop them. Not because they were stronger than you, but because they realized something you haven't yet. Fear doesn't go away, it just gets quieter when you stop listening to it. So here's what you do. You pick one thing, one small thing that scares you, not the whole mountain. You don't need to change your whole life today. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just the first step. Send the text, make the call, write one paragraph, walk through the door, open the laptop, press record. You don't need to be good. You don't need to be ready. You just need to exist in the same space as the thing you are afraid of. Let it see you. Let yourself feel how uncomfortable it is. And then stay there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you can. That's it. That's the work. Not the big success, just showing up scared. And here's the thing nobody tells you about starting. Once you start, something shifts. The thing you were afraid of, it gets smaller. Not because it wasn't real, but because you realize you're bigger than you thought. You realize you can survive the discomfort. You survive looking foolish. You can survive things not being perfect. And slowly, very slowly, you start to trust yourself again. You start to believe that you are someone who does things, not someone who just thinks about doing things. And that belief, that's everything. You're not lazy, you never were. You're scared, and that's okay. Fear is human, fear is your brain trying to protect you. But your brain doesn't know the difference between a tiger and a dream, right? It just knows uncertainty. It just knows risk. And it will always try to pull you back to safety. You don't have to let it. You can feel the fear, you can acknowledge it. You can thank it for trying to keep you safe, and then you can take one step anyway. Start small, start scared. Just start.